Rose's Cafe. This is going to be our last installment before the end of 2012 because Rose and I are going to have a whole lot going on. We're going to take a break. We're going to do a lot of traveling and visiting with family. That's going to involve a lot of travel, as you might imagine, to the Philippines and around in the U.S. So we're going to be enjoying every minute of it, but we will resume these episodes immediately after New Year's, so stay tuned. Today, for our last dinner for 2012, we're going to make Pollo Rollo, or rolled chicken. Now, boneless, skinless chicken breast is a really great meat if you like to eat meat like I do, but you need something heart healthy, as I do. Boneless, skinless chicken breast is a good thing to consider. You can do a lot with it. There's lots of recipes that basically has the chicken breast pounded and flattened and then stuffed with something and rolled. That would be like chicken Kiev or chicken cordon bleu, which we have made here before. At any rate, that's what we're going to do today, and we're going to use some sausage and some cheese, basically, and a few breadcrumbs to stuff the chicken. This should be good, and the cool thing about this recipe is that you can modify it to suit your needs or your taste. So you can feel free to experiment with the stuffing ingredients and the seasonings to get just what you want. So let's have a look at how we're going to make our Pollo Rollo. To begin with, I'm going to go ahead and make the filling for our chicken rolls, and that's going to consist of about a ½ cup of sausage. This is pork sausage, and I chose to use a Texas style chorizo here. You can use whatever you think might taste good. About a ½ cup of breadcrumbs. These are some seasoned breadcrumbs that I happen to have in my pantry. Again, you can use whatever you think tastes good. About a ½ cup of shredded cheese blend. This is a pizza blend which has some mozzarella in there. It has some cheddar and maybe some other stuff. And last but not least, about a ½ cup of finely chopped onions. Now we're going to mix that together well, and then we're going to set it aside. Our next task is going to be to pound the chicken breast to get it tenderized and flattened. I have set up my cutting board here, on which I put a layer of plastic wrap. I put the chicken breast on one side there. I'm going to cover it up like this with plastic wrap. And I'm going to use this meat mallet to tenderize it. Now, this is designed for different kinds of meat. There's a flat side and smooth, and there's sides with these little spikes on it. These little spiky sides are intended to be used for tougher, stronger cuts of meat, like top round steak and stuff like that. Chicken breast tends to be pretty tender, so we're mostly going to use the flat side. We want to get it really flat, but we don't want to tear it up. So basically all you do is you whack it like that, and you keep that up till you get it about as flat as you can. Once you have it flattened about as well as you believe that you can get it without tearing it, you want to take your filling, that is the sausage and cheese and breadcrumb and onion mixture, and flatten it out on top of the chicken so that it forms a layer as well as you can to cover the top. Once you have your filling layered, then you want to carefully roll the whole thing. And secure it with toothpicks. Once you have your rolls made, you want to heat up some olive oil and sear the rolls on all sides. And we want to use an oven-proof skillet for this because we're going to put this right in the oven and bake it for about 15 minutes as soon as we finish getting it seared. With the chicken seared on all sides, we're going to layer each roll over with a couple of slices of cheese. And my favorite is pepper jack because it gives a little heat to the dish, so that's what we're going to use. And we're going to put the whole pan into a 350-degree oven for about 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, this is what our rolls look like. I've removed it to this cutting board here, and I'm going to remove the toothpicks. And now I'm going to slice it. Probably would be well served to wait until it's cool enough to handle. But in the interest of time, it's cooled off enough to hold its shape, so I'm going to go ahead and do some slicing here. And there we are. Now we're going to transfer that to a plate. And for that job, I'm going to use a spatula. Now we arrange the slices on a plate something like that, or even better if you're more artistic than me, and I bet you are. And we're going to add a side of some coleslaw here, which I had made earlier to go with this. And how did I make the coleslaw? Well, that is the subject of another video, maybe next year. But there you go. So there's our Pollo Rollo all set for dinner. I think as we were preparing this, you probably noticed that I was having a little trouble with the chicken, and it was tearing, and the rolls didn't look really nice, and it came out kind of lopsided looking. But then in the end, there you go, it's a beautiful dish. You'll have trouble too, just like I did, I guarantee it, but persevere and things will come out just fine. Well, that's it for this episode. Come join us again after the first of the year right here at Rose's Cafe. Bye now.